Jumping hoops. Howdy folks, it is good to have you. So we're talking about climaxing and edging and why climaxing and actually ejaculating is better than edging in itself. And I posted a video pretty recently on this channel stating that it's better to just climax than actually practice edging. And then one of you guys, one of the viewers, asked a really good question and commented, since I'm already watching porn and I've been edging for a while, should I just climax and get it done with? That is an excellent question, and that's why I came up with this list of preferable outcomes when it comes to your porn recovery. Meaning, there's a sequence of preference, there's an order of preference for this thing. Meaning that there's one thing that is the absolute worst thing that you can do, and there's something that's the absolute best outcome that you can provide when you are feeling those triggers and those urges and you're feeling the intense sensation and desire to act out in PMO and do all that. So the worst absolute thing that you can do is to edge. Edging basically is prolonging this addictive brain behavior of addicting you to the content, and you're prolonging that addictive behavior and prolonging those dopamine hits, and therefore you are allowing yourself to become more and more addicted to the content that you're watching. That's the worst. Okay, so what I said in the previous video is that just climaxing is better than edging. I'm not saying it's the best outcome, but is better. The thing is that PMO, just watching porn and masturbating, is still a bad behavior because you're not replacing the habit. You're not doing anything productive for your life, and porn is actually subtracting from your life and not actually giving any real value to you. So that's the distinction I really want to make in this video, is that just climaxing is a lot better than edging for sure, but it's not the end goal. It's not the holy grail. It's not where I want you guys to be at the end of this video. An even better outcome than PMOing is actually just masturbating. Now, I talk about this quite often on this channel, is that you can wean off of your porn habit. And the reason that most people across the board, absolutely everyone that I work with in my own mentoring, usually associates masturbating with porn. They escalate the habit of masturbating in association with porn. It's usually not just masturbating in itself, especially when it starts escalating in your life. So the key kind of to wean off of it is to disassociate and disconnect porn and masturbation. So when you do masturbate, you're not associating that sexual imprint with any kind of content online or even just fantasizing, meaning you're just masturbating for the sake of it and you're not even thinking about anything, you're not even watching anything, you're not gripping your penis as strong as you usually do when you're watching porn. Now, the absolute best outcome for this porn binge watching session, this rabbit hole that you're going down when you find yourself, you slipped up, you took a peek, you did a little peek, or you watched some raunchy TV show or movie, and you probably shouldn't, or maybe you were edging, or maybe you were just even fantasizing. The best possible outcome in those situations is that you, my friends, have the courage to identify the root cause of why you're watching porn, why you use this habit, why you always go back to this old friend, this old crutch to lean on. And when you identify the root cause of what led you here in the first place and try to eliminate that, that is the absolute best case scenario. And when you've done that, you have the habit of walking away from that situation, of standing up, walking away, and doing something else that is productive for you. We often think and we trick ourselves into believing that, oh, I'm this far already, therefore I cannot go back. I can't backtrack, and I might as well go all the way. My friends, this is a clear trick that your brain and you are playing on yourself, because get this, pornography has become such an important to your brain, such an important part of your life, such an important coping mechanism and crutch in your life, that the idea of getting rid of it subconsciously or consciously is too difficult, and therefore you try to keep the habit with you as long as you can. It is really important for you to realize that for many years, you have justified your porn habit. Going back to the original commenter on the previous video, is it better to just climax than to edge? Should I just get rid of it? You have to ask yourself honestly, are you trying to justify your habit? Are you trying to justify keeping the habit with you in order to maintain your current habitual use and behavior of porn in your life? This is a critical mental shift that once you understand, it changes the way that you view your habit and the trajectory of how to beat porn. And that distinction is that you actually want to keep the habit with you. If things were different and your life was at stake, you would be able to change the habit because you would be able to clearly see how if you keep this habit with you, it would change your life. It would be destructive to your life. If I right now gave you this magic pill and I said, this magic pill will eliminate porn from your life for the rest of your life, forever, would you take the pill? You would still, however, still have urges, you would still be triggered, but you just would not be able to act out and to use porn as your old friend to go back to. When you're feeling those intense negative emotions like stress and anxiety, and you're fighting with your spouse or whatever, would you take the pill? Many people that I mentor, honestly, if they really are honest with themselves, they say, no, I wouldn't. Why? Because porn has become such an important part of your life and you've convinced yourself that you need it in order to survive. And the idea of getting rid of it is too much for you to bear, so you keep it with you and you don't say yes to taking that magic pill. If this idea is giving some value to you guys, I'd appreciate you smashing the like button so that more people can find this video. And also it helps me out. I'd appreciate that. So how do we flip the script, guys, so that clearly the impact of keeping porn in your life far outweighs the benefits of it? And what I'm saying to you guys is, according to your brain, according to your mind and your habit, right now, the benefits of keeping porn and masturbation in your life currently far outweigh the apparent impacts, negative impacts and effects on your life. So how do we flip it around? This is where it gets tricky, because currently you do believe that keeping this habit with you is more important for your survival than getting rid of it. However, porn is actually not giving anything to you of benefit. It's actually only subtracting from your life. Porn only subtracts to our lives, and it does not add any value that is significant and long-term. And when you realize that so profoundly and so intensely, it'll automatically force you to change. It'll automatically help you realize that this thing is not helpful for you in your life anymore, and it really is time to get rid of it. And that's what this whole channel is about. If you want to get started with this process, I'm going to recommend a video that you can check out right now. That's going to be linked right here. It's really good to have you guys. I love you all. Take care.